Hello and welcome into the show, everyone. I am Preston Poole. That is Tyler Adams. This is Unadvised here on the Sports Animal YouTube, Facebook, X, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us at Tyler's Takes, at Preston Poole 405, at Unadvised Pod on X. I might be still dealing with a bit of road rage going on. I drove from Shawnee to the office, back to Moore. It feels like I've been driving all over the Oklahoma City Metro, but we're here. We're live.
Were you in the hippie van?
Fun. I was not.
Good.
Today. Yeah.
Good.
that might have escalated the road rage a little bit.
You might have had to avoid the interstate at that point.
Yeah. But we made it. I've got a stomach full of ice cream from the casino.
Nice.
And we're ready to talk ball here today. The first thing, we were just going to get into week 0, but the first thing that we need to talk about today is news that just happened. I don't know what, a couple hours ago at this point, is that the Southeastern Conference has decided to move to a 9-game conference schedule starting in 2026. What that means is that each team in the SEC will have 3 teams that they play every year. So for Oklahoma, it would be Texas, I'm assuming Missouri, and some other school.
Arkansas,
we don't know.
LSU.
I get the feeling that Arkansas wants to stay
A&M.
as far away from Oklahoma as possible.
Yeah.
I don't think Arkansas
Same with
wants
A&M.
anything to do.
Yeah, A&M and Arkansas probably would stay far away.
I've seen LSU. I'm guessing that might be one of them. I don't know. Well, they said they'd have that later on down the road.
100% Texas, and I feel good saying Missouri because OU Missouri just going back to the old Big 8, the Big 12 days.
Those are rivalries, right?
Yeah,
so those will be played, and then we'll see who that third team is. They said the schedule will be out in December, so I'm assuming by like November we should have the teams that will be in the going back a couple years, the pods, right? The pods.
I forgot about the pods.
Yeah, that's a word we haven't thrown around a while in college football. The pods that the teams will be in each year, and then they'll fill the rest of their schedule with other teams, 6 other teams from the SEC. But the most interesting part, I think, is that every team in the SEC must play at least one non-conference game against a Power 4 team. So no Indiana scheduling around the South.
They sent to Kirk Signetti. They're like, all right, buddy, you're gonna talk. Kids, turn your mic off. Talk shit, get hit. That's what the SEC said.
Exactly. So that'll be coming starting next season. It makes sense the way that things are moving in the college football world.
Every conference needs to do that. Every conference needs to do that.
Yeah, wasn't it the Big Ten that has been standing on their podium trying to get this done? The 9 games.
Well, they have 9 games. I think the Big Ten, I think, is just trying to control college football at this point, because obviously we saw the stupid, and I mean stupid 2018 proposed playoff.
Yeah.
Like, no, none of us want 7 and 5 teams to make the playoffs. Part of the 12 is enough for me, Preston. I don't want 16 because part of what makes college football great and unique is the season is a playoff. Like it used to be, you lose 1 game, you're done. Now it's like, all right, you get 2 mulligans, and then after that, you're probably done after 2 mulligans. But that's what makes it great. We don't need to get in all that. But yeah, the Big Ten is just trying to control everyone's lives in college football. And it's definitely a do as I say, not as I do kind of thing as well.
No, 100%. Sooner Shelley on X is calling you T-Money right now. So maybe is that your new nickname, T-Money?
What up, Sooner Shelby? T-Money. That's my rap name.
Yeah, your rap name. It's interesting stuff that just came. I think that each school, and I just heard Jim and Al talking about this earlier. Each school is going to get like $5 million extra or something like this from that game. So that'll be pretty interesting to see starting in 2026. I also heard on the Middle of the Day show when I was driving out to our remote, someone saying that Oklahoma would be playing in like one of the international games. And this is going back to what we talked on last episode. I don't see that happening.
No.
Now maybe they have sources and it's true. I'm choosing to not believe that. I just don't think Oklahoma wants to give up the money they get from having a home game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, we've seen 2 blue bloods do it with Nebraska and Notre Dame, but I don't see OU doing it. I don't see them. I don't see OU doing that.
Yeah, no, 100%. And the other thing that what'd you say?
You got me
there, yeah.
And like we said last show on Tuesday, it just got to go every other year, Big 12, then ACC, then Big 12, then ACC, because there's just something about like middle of the pack schools going to Dublin, Ireland to play football. That's a lot more appealing to me than like a OU versus LSU or something. OU versus LSU need to be played in Dublin. Farmageddon, sign me up.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And then the other thing that I had to text you while I was driving. By the way, don't text and drive out there, folks. I was listening to the radio on my way back to return things and then get my car to come home. And then this is the message that I sent you. So texting this so I don't forget. How soft have Oklahoma fans gotten that they question if Brent should/will get fired if he has another losing season? I mean, really, is that the point that we're at now for Oklahoma fans? If Brent goes 6-6 again or 6-7, losing a bowl game, people are going to be like, well, he's a good guy, so I don't think he should be fired. Look, he could be the greatest guy in the world, T-Bag, but if you lose football games at a school like Oklahoma, you shouldn't be the head coach at the university.
Yeah, and this is one of those territories where I have to watch what I say because I don't need OU fans coming after me, and I'm not trying to troll and make this a bedlam thing, but yeah, I mean the fact that OU fans like 8 wins is good, which I guess it is for this year, where the bar where 2 of the last 3 seasons have gone. I understand.
That's
that
like the floor.
Wins.
That's the floor to keep his job for a lot of people.
Yes, that's the floor for me to keep his job. Like I talked about this with Gideon Hamilton. He's like, if they go 7-5, you think he keeps his job? And I was like, or he loses his job. I was like, I think there's a chance. Like, I'm not saying 100% he does, but like, talk to me when OU fans lose 5 games in a season and see where their rationale is at. It's not going to be what it is in August.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot more irrational. And I don't know. It's just OU. I know you're in a new conference. I know you're in the SEC, and I'm full on aware the SEC is a whole different beast of a ball game than what the past Big 12 that you dominated was. But don't sit there and act like you're not a top 3 program, arguably top 2 program in that entire conference. Like, come on, Sooner fans, come on, get reality back. Grab your cojones and walk into that conference and take what's yours.
And I had this conversation with Cale Gundy a couple weeks ago whenever I was working with him. I was like, have you noticed that like Oklahoma fans have gotten like kind of soft and so over the last couple of years? And he's like, well, they're not used to this. They're not used to losing. And I'm like, I guess, man, but I'm one of those people out there. I'm like, if you're losing, half the football games you're playing every year, it's just like if we were to, host a show on air and people weren't listening, right? Our acid would get canned.
Yeah.
Now podcasting is a little bit different because we know no one is watching these podcasts.
It's more of a grind to work your way to the top.
Exactly. But yeah, it's just I heard that a caller call into Al's show and say that, and I'm like, really, guys, this is the point. And this is not like I'm not saying every Oklahoma fan is like this, right? Because they're not. There's a lot of people out there that are like, go out there and win damn football games, and that's all we care about. But there are some out there where I'm like, really, guys, this is what's going through your head. It's like he could pull off 6-6 again, and you're like, well, he's a good guy. He means well. It's like, come on.
Come on. Losing football games doesn't make you a bad person.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Winning football games doesn't make you a good person. Like,
yeah.
There's a job and a standard that Oklahoma has that you have to live up to, plain and simple.
Exactly. He was hired
to
win football games.
Lincoln Riley was it. I sniffed this one out, not because he was an OU coach, not this, that, the other. I sniffed out Lincoln Riley was a POS long before the USC incident. I sniffed it out. long before that this guy's a freaking slime ball.
Yeah.
And he won football games, and he's a POS. Okay,
Yeah.
let's not play the moral police here. You want to win games.
Exactly, 100%. I wonder what
Just
that
don't
could have
hire
been.
Hugh Freeze. Whatever you just no for Hugh Freeze. That guy.
No
that
Hugh
guy,
Freeze.
No.
Iffy on Urban Meyer if he wants to come back to college football. We'll see. Like I said to my family the other day, I was like, I'm just waiting on like a Saudi princess to come and sweep me off my feet.
Hey, Carrie's starting to get in with the Crown Prince of Bahrain. I don't know if you've heard this.
We might need to hit him up because I can let a lot slide for a lot of money. So
yeah, Carrie threatened me today. Said I'm gonna call the Crown Prince of Bahrain to get your hand chopped off. He threatened me with that today. So they must be getting tight.
They must. It's all those watches he's been buying.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to week 0 this week. We're gonna make some picks for these games. And look, we know there's only really one game that kind of matters on this, but it's still fun to sit here and make picks on some of these.
It's
games.
nice to know that when you're at a bar on Saturday night, there is going to be live football on the TV,
yes.
Even if it is Hawaii versus who do they play? Idaho State, something like
Stanford
that.
Is who
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Come on,
that'll be a nice nightcap. So we'll save the best game for last. Idaho State at UNLV. And we're not picking like line or spread or anything like this. We're just going to pick straight up winners. UNLV.
Yeah.
Right. Let's not sit here and beat around the bush. Right.
Yeah.
That's UNLV. This one though could be a little interesting. Fresno State at Kansas.
I forget. I keep forgetting. Like that's a sneaky good game.
Yeah. Fresno State is one of those teams where they're good. Every now and then they can catch you sleeping. But I would still take Kansas in that.
Let's see what Fresno State did last year. Well, of course, my Wi-Fi is. Move on to the next game. I'll look up Fresno State's 2024
Sam Houston at Western Kentucky, a battle of the elites, as people are saying right now.
That's a conference game, isn't it? Or is Sam Houston in the Conference USA?
That feels like it should be a conference game. Yes. If it's not, then maybe they're in like the Sun Belt or something like that.
Let's see. All right, now I got Fresno State. 6-7. They lost in double overtime to Northern Illinois in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Who could forget that?
But they won more games than Kansas. Conferences don't matter. They won more games than Kansas did last year.
I would still take the Jayhawks.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jayhawks.
They're opening their renovated stadium next week.
Oh, I'm here, by the way. I'm plugging in my laptop.
Gotcha. I'll take Western Kentucky based on the fact the quarterback went to Abilene Christian last year, and my friend was a strength coach on that staff. So that's why I'll take Western Kentucky in that ball game.
There you have it.
Easy enough. And then Stanford at Hawaii. Stanford is going to win that one. I feel pretty confident in saying that.
That's the battle of like the two worst teams in FBS. But give me Stanford just based off they'll have.
Has Stanford really fallen that far? I feel like it's a team that you just don't really hear much.
Didn't they fire their coach or something like in June?
Yeah, they fired their coach because Andrew Luck took over as like the Jim Nagy role, the GM.
Yeah.
I forget. I feel like obviously they've hired someone at this point. But yes,
players are coaching the game.
I mean, they're smart enough, right? At Stanford.
Yeah,
bunch of nerds over there.
Figure it out.
Taking a nice trip over the pond, over to Hawaii.
I was thinking about that. I feel like going to Hawaii to play a football game would just be like the most torturous thing ever. Like you're in Hawaii, but you can't enjoy Hawaii.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe for week 0 you can, because you can maybe stay a couple days after because you're not really in a rush to get back. Because a lot of these teams don't play week 1; they get an automatic bye week.
Yeah, they get the bye week after. Yeah,
or maybe they can go a couple days before because classes haven't started. Maybe they have. I don't know. But I feel like if you're going like week 7, to Hawaii to play like that just has to feel like such a tease.
Yeah, no, 100%. You don't get to sit on the beach and sip like Mai Tais or anything like that. You have to drink water and like go through walkthroughs.
You may not even see the beach. I mean, you probably get to see it, but you probably don't get to touch sand or anything, which that sucks.
Yeah, that would suck being in Hawaii and not even be able to go out there. Sooner Shelby says Hawaii would be a great NIL package if only they had a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Right. Because you would think like, oh yeah, I'll go spend 4 years out on the beach playing football in Hawaii. But unfortunately, they don't have that much money. So, and then we'll get to Farmageddon. Number 22, Iowa State taking on number 17, Kansas State in Dublin, Ireland for the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. I think brought to you by Pop-Tarts as well. I believe Pop-Tarts will be out there too. So, man, this is a good one to start the year off. A good one. I feel like it's Kansas State's time now to kind of take over the Big 12, right? But also you have Iowa State with Matt Campbell, who's been fighting there for the last couple of years. Haven't got across the finish line. Is it their year to finally get things done?
Yeah, we were looking at the Big 12 odds today, and they're 12-1. Iowa State is to win the Big 12. I feel like that's a really good bet to take. I mean, they returned, I think it's 16 of their 22 starters. Returned their quarterback Rocco Becht, made the conference championship game last year. So Preston, I don't know where to lean in this game. It's such a 50-50 split to me. I'm going to say Kansas State for now. I'm just going to go with Vegas and what they have to say.
Yeah.
So I'll lean Kansas State I guess I'll just lean with them all the way. I might place a little wager on Iowa State money line because you get plus money on a game. I think it's 50-50. Go ahead and take it. But yeah, I mean, this is to start off the conference for these two teams, two Big 12 contenders. One of them's going to start 1-0, one of them's going to start 0-1 before week one even happens. So massive game in Dublin.
I will take Kansas State. I spent one weekend in Manhattan, Kansas playing baseball, and it was very fun. So that's why I'll take Kansas State. By the way, did you see the bar in Dublin? Very clearly on Amazon, their first search was Iowa State flags, and they got that right. And then their second search was Kansas State flags. But they got that a little wrong because they got the actual state of Kansas flags instead of the Kansas State flags.
I feel like that's like a little common. Like I know that they probably can't. You can Google the Kansas.
Surely
State
there's one American there in Dublin that they could go to and be like, "Hey, is this right?"
Yeah. you look at like this is a weird logo. It's like, what's this? I thought they were purple.
Sooner Shelby says, "What type of whiskey will you be drinking for that game?"
I don't know if I'll be drinking whiskey at 11 a.m.
I think you'll be working at 11 a.m. actually. So
no, Saturday shows got called off.
Oh, they did? Okay,
yes,
good,
yes.
Good move. I did not hear that, but yeah, 11 a.m. seems a little early to be hitting the bottle. Maybe you can crack open a couple cold ones, but I don't know if I'd be hitting the bottle that early.
Yeah. We've talked about maybe get some patio beers, little brunch action for the game. But yes, whiskey, vodka, tequila, hard liquor. No, that's not until like a 5 p.m. or after a horrendous loss.
That's one of those things that once I turn that faucet on, that faucet does not shut off easily
until you go to bed.
Yes,
that faucet does not shut off until my head hits the pillow.
Until I stumble my way back to bed. So yeah. All right. Anything else on college football before we move on to a little NBA news that we got today?
Mike Gundy had his press conference today. Nothing new with the depth chart. He made it very clear at the beginning. He's like, I don't have answers for you. Not just quarterback, but for a lot of positions. He said in game 1 week from today against UT Martin, that there'll be 27 players playing real meaningful snaps that have never played a snap for Oklahoma State. So that's kind of crazy. You always know, like we've heard like all offseason there's 60 new guys, but then you hear it's like Mike Gundy's like, no, there's gonna be 27 guys that are gonna play real meaningful snaps that have yet to suit up for OSU. So yeah, that got his press conference today, but nothing groundbreaking in there. I mean, he seems ready to go. He kept like reiterating like, I'm ready to see what this team has. So like I said, nothing crazy, but he did have his press conference today.
We'll see. We'll see. We're at the press conference stage of things, right? It's getting here where
that was his game week press conference.
Yeah. And then Monday or Tuesday, I'm sure Brent Venables will have his. I don't know what day of the week they're doing.
Mike is usually Monday. He's doing Thursday this week because they play Thursday next week. But during the season, Mike is usually Monday and Brent is usually Tuesday.
Yeah. So we'll have that to look forward to next week because we'll only have one show next week on Tuesday because you'll be up in Stillwater Thursday night covering the game, doing the pre and post game for the sports animal. So it's, again, right around the corner. We're less than 48 hours away from college football actually kicking off over in Dublin,
39 hours.
Yeah,
It's
something
quick
around
math.
there. Yeah, I'm not a math guy, so I'll leave that up to you. All right, the other news we got today in the NBA, nothing like groundbreaking, but the Thunder New Jerseys, the different navy blue twist on the Native American jerseys that they had a couple years ago, which were pretty slick. I liked them. I'm a fan of anything navy blue.
Me too. They look great. The court, the City Edition court, to go along with it, looks great. But yeah, it's the best City Edition I think they've had.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm with you on that. And that was NBA talk on August 21st at 7:53 p.m. because that's about how much we care about the NBA. At the moment.
Alex Caruso still having his summer of all summers. I think he's been.
I did not see this.
I think I just see his Instagram stories every day.
He's backpacking around Europe.
He's just he went from winning a championship to a bachelor party to a golf trip in Tahoe to getting married to just. I think he might live in Europe until the playoffs, which
he's
I'm okay with.
On his honeymoon. In Europe.
Yeah. He's now moved from Italy to he's now in Manchester.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's your Alex Caruso Hot Boy summer update.
You know what? If I was as rich as him, I can't say that I wouldn't spend like a month or two in Europe during the summer as well.
Yeah.
Because that seems like awesome.
Yeah, the whole month of August is, well, depending when your season ends. If you win the championship, though, spend 3 or 4 weeks, with friends and family celebrating. Then August 1st to September 1st, I am abroad.
I'm in Europe. Yeah, I'm in Europe, abroad, and I'm not talking to anyone. Yes, 100%. All right, the last thing I wanted to bring up, and something that I know you said that you hadn't watched yet, but the America's Team documentary on Netflix that covers the Cowboys in the 90s, basically Jerry Jones buying the Cowboys to them winning all 3 Super Bowls. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm far enough along to talk about this. And it's within like the first like episode or two, I came to the realization that I had a near miss in this documentary. And that was Jerry Jones tried to buy the Chargers back in like the 60s or 70s. And I just sat there and I'm like, thank God that my life was not the Cowboys fans' life right now.
Yeah, this could be your problem right now, Preston.
Yes,
this could be your problem.
Now the Super Bowls that would be cool, but not even like sniffing any bit of success for 30 years. In my lifetime, that would have been painful. So the thing was he was going to get money from the Teamsters, which was backed by Jimmy Hoffa, who was a notorious mobster back in the day, right? And then Jerry Jones went to Arkansas to talk to his dad about it. And his dad was like, "Don't do it. He's a mobster." Then Jerry was like,
"Don't get in business with the mobster."
And then Jerry was like, "Actually, yeah, you're right." And then backed out of the deal. So I could have been living Cowboys fans' life right now. So shout out to Jerry Jones' dad.
Imagine how tormentous that would be too. Just the Cowboys would probably be like, probably have like 2 or 3 more Super Bowls in our lifetime.
Yeah, they would actually
that'd be horrible.
Been ran the right way.
Yeah, that would not be good.
The other thing, Barry Switzer is in this, and they have like the old tape from like back in the 90s. He is interviewed current day, but they have all like the old tape, and he was quite the character when he arrived in Dallas.
I can only imagine.
He got into a shouting match, and I forget, he's a legend. Is it Dale Hansen? Is that a broadcaster down in Dallas? I believe so.
Sure.
I think that's his name. I can't remember off the top of my head. But those two got into a shouting match, and like Switzer was like giving him punches on the arm, like full on punches on the arm during this interview. So that was in there. So that was very funny to see. And then the last thing, It is so very crystal clear in this documentary, T-Bag, that Jerry Jones still wants to win and still cares only about winning. That I'm sitting here watching this, I'm like, Jerry, if you care that much, take a look at the big picture and realize everything that you guys have been doing the last 30 years
Ever
has
since you,
not worked. It
ever
just
since you
hasn't.
fired Jimmy Johnson, and I know Barry Switzer
Yes.
won a Super Bowl, but after that, like it was nothing. Yeah, ever since you fired Jimmy Johnson, just not
Yeah.
worked.
It's like, dude, the things that you're doing right now, the way you're running it is not working. Like, you got to change something up, man. That was my biggest takeaway from this documentary. I'm going to dive into the rest of it. I've got a couple episodes left. I'm going to watch that when we're done with this. But I called it a Jerry Jones suck fest after like the first
Yeah,
couple episodes.
I've seen some more explicit terms thrown
Yes.
around.
Well, it's like, well, Jerry was the most hated guy in Dallas, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, then Jerry was the most loved guy in Dallas, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, I didn't know which I guess I should have known when it had the title is like America's Team, the Gambler and his Cowboys. Should have known at that point that it was going to be a Jerry Jones suckfest at that point. But it was still a good, well put together documentary, I thought. And they interviewed, all the guys, Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Dion was in there, Barry, Jimmy Johnson, Jerry Jones's kids as well.
Of course.
They interviewed just about everyone in the documentary.
I saw they got into the White House, the famous White House, which was for those that don't know.
I have not got that far, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. For those that don't know, the White House was their secret party house.
Yes.
Who was it? Michael Irvin was pretty much in charge of.
Yeah.
And legendary nights were had in that house.
Yeah, I feel like there was a 30 for 30 on it as well, like the Cowboys and all that stuff too. So it's in there as well. But if you have Netflix, go watch it. I recommend it. Just even if you're a Cowboys fan, even if you're not a Cowboys fan, just watch it and just be like, okay, yeah, this is what I thought it was going to be.
Relive the glory days.
Yeah, if you're a Cowboys fan, go back and relive the 90s. So, all right, you got anything else before we wrap this thing up?
We're close, Preston Pool. Next show we'll have football under our belt.
Well, that, and we'll be doing preview shows. Preview of Oklahoma State and Oklahoma, their matchups this next week. So the next time you guys see us on Tuesday night, it's on. It's here. We waited I don't know how many months, but we waited those months.
Well, OSU waited a month extra because they didn't make a bowl game. So
and Oklahoma fans just might as well not even remember the bowl game that they played. So it's here, it's close, and I can't wait for football to be back. But that's going to do it for us. We'll be back on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the football. And I think it's still going to be hot, but enjoy the weather next week because it's going to be football weather.
Yes, David, the Spurs will make the playoffs.
Yes, sorry, David, we missed that. We're not in basketball mode right now, but yes, the Spurs will make the playoffs. But all right, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.